Simon, thanks so much for joining us. Simon, let me ask you about the politics of this. Now we're talking about August until these relief wells may be drilled and deliver some relief. How much of this is a political nightmare for President Obama?
Well, of course it's a nightmare for the president, and it's just going to continue to be a national news story, and it's going to continue to affect the president's ratings, I think, for months to come. There's very little he can do about it. He's now saying he's in control of the situation, he's doing what he can, but the fact is he can't stop the oil from gushing out. Even if he'd acted from day one, he probably wouldn't have been able to stop the oil from gushing out. So he has a problem here, and it's a problem which isn't going to go away.
Well, quite frankly, what could President Obama be doing more in terms of stopping this gushing oil?
Well, that's the interesting thing. I mean, even the residents in the Gulf are saying, President, do something, but they're not entirely clear what the president could do. I think, you know, perhaps he's failed in some areas. He's perhaps taken BP too much at their word in the early days, believed their confident messages that they had it under control. And his response, I think, one of the main charges against him is that his response has been a cerebral one rather than an emotional one. We didn't really see in that press conference last week until the very end a sense that the president was emotionally feeling the pain of the residents of Louisiana and elsewhere. And even when he went down last Friday to Louisiana, we didn't see him meeting any real people. He met officials, he met Coast Guards, but he didn't actually meet fishermen and their families. So the sense that he's really connecting with the people of America, I think that's what's been lacking, and that's where he's really got to try and improve in the weeks and months ahead.
And Simon, that's a great point. It feeds this sort of criticism that he is aloof and not in touch with the concerns of real citizens, which is always a concern for presidents, so they get sort of detached in the White House from what's really happening on the ground. Let me ask you about what Politico and Mike Allen is reporting this morning, that now, of course, that the White House wants to look like they are on top of everything, that they're calling the shots, and so that Coast Guard Admiral Thad Allen is going to be giving a solo press briefing daily now, wherever he is. Sort of this a la this Norman Schwarzkopf, you know, during the first Gulf War, to sort of show who's in charge, what they're doing, and updating the press and people every single day.
Well, you know, the correspondents that we have down there who've been dealing with Admiral Thad Allen's press conferences up to now say that he hasn't always appeared fully briefed. He's sometimes been a little bit defensive of BP. So, you know, it remains open to question whether he is the person to do this, whether someone of greater national standing perhaps would have been a better choice. So we're putting him further into the limelight. The question is whether he's going to be up to the task.
Simon, that is a great point. Simon Denyer, who's the Reuters Washington Bureau Chief. Simon, thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Nora.